A $5 a month server can run the same workloads Heroku charges $25+ a month for, and Coolify is the open source control panel that makes it happen. It works, but there is a ceiling you need to know about before you migrate anything real. Here is the actual math. Managed platforms like Vercel, Heroku, and Netlify take your Git push, build it on their infrastructure, scale it, serve it, and bill you for the privilege. That convenience is real, and so is the recurring cost. One published comparison puts a Heroku workload at $25 a month or more. The same set of apps runs on a $5 to $8 a month VPS you rent yourself. The catch used to be the operational pain. SSH, Docker, SSL certificates, all wired by hand. Coolify is the layer that automates that. It is an open-source, self-hostable platform as a service that deploys static sites, databases, full-stack apps, and more than 280 separate one-click deploy services onto servers you own. No vendor lock-in. It runs on Docker and it is managed over SSH. The license is Apache 2.0, fully open source. The repository sits at 59,600 stars, and the self-hosted tier costs $0, with, in their words, full access to all features and no limitations or restrictions, unlimited teams, unlimited members, unlimited connected servers. You only pay for the hardware underneath it. Let me walk through how it actually works. Step 1. Check the hardware. The minimum is 2 CPU cores, 2 GB of RAM, and 30 GB of free disk. That is the floor. A third-party guide recommends 4 cores, 8 GB of RAM, and 100 to 150 GB of storage for a real multi-app production setup. Cross-check that against your own workload. Note that Coolify itself is reported to consume roughly 1 GB of RAM before you deploy a single thing, so the 2 GB minimum is tight. Step 2. Check the operating system. Coolify runs on Debian-based systems like Ubuntu, Red Hat-based systems including CentOS, Fedora, Rocky, and Alma Linux, plus SUSE, Arch, Alpine, and Raspberry Pi OS 64-bit architectures are AMD 64 and ARM 64. One important detail: Ubuntu LTS releases 2004, 2204, and 2404 LTS get full automatic install support. Non-LTS Ubuntu needs manual setup, and Docker installed via Snap is explicitly unsupported. For a manual install, you need Docker Engine 24 or newer. Step 3. Run the installer. One command pulls the install script and runs it on your server. Step 4. If you want to set your admin credentials at install time instead of afterward, you can pass them as environment variables in front of that same command. Step 5. Once it is up, you are in a control panel over Docker. From there, you connect servers, pick from the one-click service templates, and deploy. Coolify handles the builds, the deploys, and the SSL. It automates the parts you would otherwise script by hand. Step 6. Keep it current. The latest stable version is version 4.1.2, released June 4, 2026. It fixes private submodule authentication during deployments and a bug where deploy keys overwrote a server's root SSH keys. The prior release, version 4.1.0 from May 18th, added Railpack as a beta build pack, configurable app stop grace periods, structured audit logging for API, webhook and auth events, instance-level MCP support, and deployment config diff tracking before a redeploy. Now the catch, and this is the part the pricing page will not tell you. First, scaling. There is no Kubernetes support. Scaling stops at Docker Swarm. If your team expects Kubernetes-grade orchestration, this is a hard ceiling, not a rough edge. Second, build speed. On a low-tier Coolify server, a cold Next.js build took about 3 minutes. Vercel did the same build in about 90 seconds because it throws parallel build infrastructure at the problem. You are trading their fleet for your one box. Third, the install is not always clean. There is a documented GitHub issue, number 7220, where a user on Ubuntu 24.04.release 3 LTS ran the official script and got an incomplete Docker stack. Only Redis 7 Alpine and Coolify helper came up. The install path pulled an outdated version 3.12.36 instead of the documented v4x, which meant documented features like Bitbucket integration was simply missing. The maintainers closed that issue as not planned rather than fixing it. Expect manual fixes post-deploy and expect documentation gaps around troubleshooting. Fourth, the learning curve. Coolify assumes you understand servers and Docker. A managed platform hides all of that. If your team does not have that experience, the ramp-up is a real cost that does not show up on the $5 invoice. So, who is this actually for? One comparison lays out the pragmatic split, and it is honest. Keep your production-critical, high-uptime apps on a managed platform like Vercel or Fly. Use Coolify for internal tools, staging environments, side projects, and self-hosted replacements for SaaS you are tired of renting. Now, let me be precise about the cost, because $0 has an asterisk. The self-hosted tier is genuinely free. You supply the server. If you would rather not host the control panel yourself, Coolify Cloud runs the panel for you at $5 a month, which connects 2 servers, plus $3 a month for each additional server. A bill annually, and one reading puts that at roughly $4 a month and about $2.40 per extra server. Either way, you still bring your own servers, Hetzner, DigitalOcean, AWS, whatever you already run. Coolify is not a Vercel replacement. It is a Heroku bill you stop paying in exchange for owning the operations. If you already know your way around a server, that trade is very good. If you do not, that 90-second build and that closed install bug are exactly what you are signing up to babysit.